Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and today we are going to talk about New Year's resolutions. It's a new year, I'm excited for 2019, and we're going to talk about this book right here. This book, I can honestly say, did change my life. It is called The Happiness Project, and what she did, her name is Gretchen Rubin. She also wrote the book The Four Tendencies, and actually quite a few books. What she did was she took 1 month out of the year, every month, and she picked one thing that she was going to work on. It was like a 12 New Year's resolutions, basically. And she has podcasts, TED Talk. Look her up. She's amazing. I love her. Happiness Project. Run, don't walk, and get this book. So with that, I'm going to jump right in. Okay, basically what we're going to do today is concentrate on how you spend your time, your energy, and your money. That's it in a nutshell, right? So what she does is she takes, January, number 1, vitality. It's your typical exercise and, go to bed earlier, sleep, get more sleep, exercise better. Maybe it is time to join a gym. For me, I started taking a tennis clinic on Friday mornings with my girlfriends, and I did it for like a year straight. I never missed. Like, it was amazing, and it just got me going. Or you can go for a hike, go for a walk, drink more water. So that's vitality. Now, number 2, February. She took on love and marriage. Now, I just recently, and I'll link everything below, but watched this Marie Forleo talk about communication and safe communication. It was amazing. You have to watch it. It talks about the imago dialogue. So good. So communicate safely, people. If now's not a good time to talk, then you probably shouldn't have that conversation. So also passion, date night, keep your love alive, people. You got to keep the passion alive. And then she talked about fight right. Don't nag. Don't expect praise. Lower your expectations a little bit. Honestly, it seems simple, but it actually works. So it sounds like a funny thing to do, but do it. I promise you it works. So moving on. 3, March, work. She talks about enjoying failure. I thought this was so cool. The fun of failure. So when something doesn't work, it's okay. Like, what are you going to learn from this? Like, you learn from your failures. And I thought that was so good. She also talks about, cross a nagging task off your list. I thought that was so good. It could be, I hate to say it, but like organizing your closet or organizing your books, or, Marie Kondo. She has a show on Netflix all about organizing. Check that out. So, and then she talks about volunteering and things like that. So that's work. Then moving on, she talks about parenting and parenthood. So I know I've read books on parenting. Sharpen your tools, like read books and go to a seminar or something. It says, and this is good. I got this actually from my girlfriend too. You write down your feelings, especially with teenage daughters. And I haven't been doing this, but I was reminded when I went through this book again. My girlfriend had a journal, and she would write down her feelings, and she would leave the journal on her daughter's bed. And then when her daughter saw the journal, then her daughter would respond to it and write it down, and then she put it back on her mom's bed. And it's just a really cool thing to do. It's a good idea. Also, let's see. Make traditions with your kids. I know my daughters, we go to Disneyland once a year, and actually we're coming up on a year since I took them last January. So, but it doesn't have to be Disneyland. It doesn't even have to cost money. It could be go on a picnic, go on a hike with them. But make traditions with your kids. I thought that was really good. Then number 5 is leisure. Be serious about play. Okay, so she says, be serious about play. Be intentional about what you're doing for like vacations. She's like, go to a play or a movie or a concert. I just went to a concert with my family. That's kind of like what we do. We love going to concerts. We went to Sammy Hagar, but we also go to Switchfoot, Jeremy Camp. That's actually a tradition that I do with my kids, is we go to concerts. We love that. Also, go camping. Camping doesn't cost anything. except for all the gear. But if you have the gear, then it doesn't cost you anything. Okay, also, our family, we like to go to Lake Havasu and go wake surfing. So that's like our thing that we like to do. So that's fun. Number 6, make time for friends. This is so important. I cannot stress to you enough. If you are not taking a girls trip once a year with your girlfriends, sister, you are missing out, okay? Like, we laugh, we cry, we share all our hot tips, our favorite makeup, favorite recipes. Literally, that's how I started this channel, was going on a girls trip. So make time for friends, and don't gossip. Build each other up. That's really important. And actually, if you're not building each other up, then maybe you shouldn't be friends. Maybe you should just surround yourself with people that are kind and safe, and that's good advice, let me tell you what. Also, okay, so then she goes on to number 7, buy some happiness. Now, you might think you can't buy happiness. Well, no, you can't ultimately buy happiness, but you can spend your money wisely. So some things that you could do, how about this? Even my own mom, you know what she does? She buys organic. Yes, it's more expensive, but you know what? That's important to her. So she buys organic. It's amazing. She gets it delivered, I think, once a month or whatever. So it could be that, or also it could be, okay, you could buy a tennis racket. That's buying something. Yes, it costs money, but it's for a good cause. Or, okay, you know what else I bought that was kind of a luxury item, but I bought a silk pillowcase. Like, everyone talks about it's anti-aging, it doesn't frizz your hair. I love my silk pillowcase so much, and I ordered it from Bed Bath & Beyond, and I think it was in the $50 range, so that's definitely a splurge. But spend your money on things that are important to you that maybe you've been holding out on. Think about it. Spend it wisely. How about that? Number 8, contemplate the heavens. Okay, if you are not a person of faith, maybe you should explore it. Maybe you should look into it. Or if you haven't gone to your local place of worship in a year or 2 years, check it out. Go and try a different church. What if the one you don't go to you're not crazy about? There's so many to choose from. And guess what? They're online now. Like, my church is online. So I will put that link down below too. It's Church at the Red Door. They have a YouTube channel. They do live stream, the whole thing. Like, you don't even have to leave your house. So there's no excuse. Also, or you could go to a Bible study. You could go get a Bible study online. You could keep a gratitude notebook, and just pray. If that's all you could do, is just start with prayer. Just spend some time in the morning or at night and pray. And I guarantee you, you open your heart to God, He'll open His heart to you. Trust me. Then, number 9, pursue a passion. Okay, Gretchen Rubin, this is so funny. So she says, she loves children's books, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Dr. Seuss. So you know what she did? She started a children's book club. She said, I bought a bookcase and I filled it full of children's books. And so that's pursuing a passion. For me, it was, I started tennis again. Okay, here's my racket. This is the Wilson Burn. I didn't start with this. You can go to Costco and get a box of tennis balls and a tennis racket, and literally it's like not even $100. And tennis shoes. You could literally start at Costco with your tennis career. So I have so much fun playing tennis. It's like a passion of mine, and if I could play every day, I would. So girls, if you need a 4th partner, give me a call. Also, I play pickleball, but also, okay, I've been wanting to paint. I know it sounds crazy. I love to paint. I want to paint. So guess what I did last night, guys? I went to paint night. Hello. Not bad, huh? It was so fun. If you ever hear about paint night, and trust me, there's always wine at paint night, and that's not a bad thing either. But it was called the Blue Door, so it was pretty fun. I highly recommend paint night, or if that's your passion, go to whatever, the local craft store. Get the supplies. All it takes is a little canvas and some paint, and you could have so much fun. So this is my new thing I'm doing, my paint night. I'm painting. Then also, let's see, number 10, pay attention. Okay, this is so good. mindfulness. I know everyone's talking mindfulness. Actually, there's a lot to that. Like, you need to be mindful of what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're spending your time on. There was a Headspace app creator, I think, was on the Today Show, and he talked about this. There were like 7 things he talked about, and if I can do it, I'll put the link below. But part of it was be present. When you're with people, put your phone away. Can I tell you how annoyed I am by the Apple Watch? Apple, if you're listening, that is not your best creation. I'm literally with people at lunch, and they're like this the whole time. Oh God, I typed that. Like, as if having your phone wasn't bad enough, now you have the Apple Watch and it's always going off. Anyways, so if you have an Apple Watch and you go to lunch with me, go ahead and put it on airplane mode because you drive me crazy. Be present. Be mindful. The guys, this was good advice. He goes, check your emails on purpose. That means set aside a time to check your emails. Do not check your emails all day long. That is the craziest idea. Set aside a time. Maybe it's in the morning, maybe it's in the afternoon. Do it all at once. Check everything at once. Don't be checking all day long. I thought that was great. I love that. And then organize. Get organized. Again, Marie Kondo, The Art of Tidying Up. She's amazing, and she is on Netflix, so check her out. Okay, 11, November. Keep a contented heart. Basically, your attitude. She talks about gratefulness, having a gratefulness journal, talking about what you're grateful for. Anytime I reflect on what I'm grateful for, my attitude changes by the time I'm done with it. You cannot be grateful and have a bad attitude. They don't go together. It doesn't happen, trust me. So be grateful. Everyone's, this is funny. Okay, I have a funny thing. If I can link this below, I will. Tim Hawkins talks about, he's a comedian, and he talks about this is the worst. Oh my gosh, this is the worst. Everything's the worst. I think we're overusing that phrase, this is the worst. Trust me, this is not the worst. The Chilean miners stuck in a hole for 33 days, that's the worst, okay? So keep a grateful heart. Realize life is good. It actually is good. Now, don't get me wrong. I get annoyed all the time with people and things, but life is good, right? It really is. Give positive reviews. This is what she said. Give positive reviews. How great is that? That is like when you go to talk to someone or say something to someone. How about even my own daughters? How about the first thing I don't say to them is, "Can you go clean your room?" How about, "Good morning, hi, would you like a cup of coffee? How about some eggs?" Like, just think first before you speak. If everyone did that, we would literally have world peace. And finally, she says, she calls it boot camp perfect. She basically wraps it up and says, did I do everything perfect? No. Did I exercise all the time? Did I eat right? Did I spend my money wisely? No. She said, but after 12 months of every single one of these exercises, she says, I was happier. And I thought, good for you. And actually, I'm telling you, I did some of these things, and I'm happier too. This is why I did my channel. Everyone's been asking me, why are you doing your channel? Because I want to share this with you. I want you to be living your best life. I have friends that have been miserable for years with circumstances or even their spouse or whatever it is. It's like, I know life is hard, trust me, but it doesn't have to be hard day to day. Make a choice to make your life better, and I promise you it will get better. So with that, I love you. Comment below. I want to hear from you. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're loving right now. Tell me what books you're loving right now. I want to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe. And Happy New Year. Bye.